Alright YouTube, what is going on? My name is Bigfoot and welcome back to episode number 7 of my 2 Point Hospital series. And as we can see from the last episode, we've added in a few extra rooms just because we let the game run for a very long period of time, hence the amount of money we've got, but we've got queues everywhere and this is what we need to go ahead and really just start to go ahead and clear the backlog essentially. So the first big thing is we need to hire a lot more staff. We do have a lot more rooms, for example, which we can make use of, but we need to hire staff. We also need to run quite a lot of training right now as well. These are just a number of different things that we need to go ahead and do. I've got lots of messages to go ahead and process as well. I need more nurses. I need many more staff, not just a few, but we really do need to hire here for the future as well. So I need to do that and also give my current staff a rest. You know, I don't think a lot of them are too happy. I've given out a lot of pay rises recently and the good thing is we can afford that. It is justified, if you will, so it's all good. But as we can see right now, we're sort of at a profit loss of, you know, not really much of a profit or a loss for that matter. We're very even, but with all these new rooms and with all this extra staff right now, as we can see, there's a lot of nurses standing around not doing a lot. But in the future, very much, once we build a bit more of the infrastructure again, then we shall get to hopefully a stage where everyone is busy, but not too busy. It's just trying to find that perfect balance, really. Okay, so the one thing I did see in this now is we have a separate reception. Is it reception or reception room? Oh, it's a reception area. Okay, now that's quite a smart idea. I like that a lot. Okay, now this is cool. This is cool. I do like this a lot indeed. Okay, but then yeah, you don't want it right in that corner bit there, do you? Right, I totally get this. This is a good idea. This is a good idea entirely here. Right, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make this probably not even from there actually, to be honest. Let me just restart this again. Again, I'm just sort of getting used to this right now. So if we go ahead and do this, you know, a center like hub island here, to be honest. Then we have a receptionist pod there. We can do there. And another one round here. So all round all sides, which is fine. Then in with here we can have like mini filing cabinet. This is so smart. Have like aircon. Is this gonna fit in here? It should do. Perfect. And then what else? Don't really need too much more because we can get everything else outside. We'll have a bin in here as well. But everything else we can get, you know, out with this pod here. But this means a lot of assistants can use this. So this is really cool. This is really just perfect what we need. I mean, one or two wee graphical displacements there, but nothing too obvious, you know. And that's really nice. And we might go ahead and change up because this reception desk, just having one desk right now, it's a bit difficult, you know. So, but what we're also going to do is we're going to add in a few other things as well here. So we're going to add in a news agent to start off with. That's something else we need. We need another one of these right now. So let's do that facing that way so a queue can build up. What I am going to do is kit the rest of this place out with offices shortly. But in the meantime, we also need to add in some seating right now too for this separate building. The good thing is there isn't too many queues, but there are still queues occurring, which I do sort of want to clear the backlog of. And I want to make this place just a bit more looking like the other two buildings, you know, actually have some life in them in general, which I think is needed. So 2 benches. What am I really looking for here? I'm looking for a plant to put in the corner. That's what I'm looking for. Just go ahead and make this place a little bit sharper. And with that done, then let's get some more benches in here right now, like so and like so. Get one in over here as well. And then with that, if I go ahead and rotate around and then rotate this around, again we can start to get some outside of individual offices. And then it's so easy from here, you know, it's so easy. Now I did say in the last episode that I was going to go onto the beta branch of this game. If you don't know how Steam games work, basically you have like the main game, but then you also have lots of other branches. Some games have lots of different branches, or a lot of them I feel a lot of games in production, they often have different branches. Transport Fever usually has multiple of that, especially to do with performance tests, and they would have like 3 or 4 different branches at times, just different versions and different like testing stuff you could test out. Not that I did it a lot, but Counter-Strike is the same, so it's very much one of these things which is super useful. But then I couldn't even get onto the beta batch, but then at the same time I was hearing some reports of people's games not working perfectly with it, so it looks like I just need to clear all this, you know, to be honest, I really do. Let's start to get everyone up to green, to be honest, because I'm quite happy to do so now. So let's put you up to there, a nice raise. Again, I've just not done this in a long time, you know, so train doctors. Yes, sure, let's get the best person we can in here, and then what are we training for? I'm just going to train as many as I can, to be honest. We can train the worst doctors, I guess. So we'll train all the 3 and 2 stars. That's perfect. Yeah, that's good, that's good. So we can start that training. I guess stamina it's all about. Okay, this one, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's good. So this classroom is going to actually get some use again, which is nice. I do need to do a lot more training in general, I really do, but it's one of these things which I've just sort of, you know, stopped. There's a lot to do. So what have we got here? Another challenge, we'll take that, promote some staff, and then another staff promotion coming in here. You can get a nice raise. We do need to do quite a few things. I really need to train janitors. That's one of my biggest priorities right now. So, but then it's also going to make me short-staffed for a while as well. So it is sort of a trade-off which you need to come to. Okay, we're going back to just a bit of decoration quickly. As you know, I am big on my hand sanitizers, and I think it's a good idea to go ahead and install a few more into this hospital. I'm not really at all sure why the whole like map generally is green right now. I'm not really at all sure why that is. Probably to do with cleanliness or something. Like if you hover over a plant for long enough, it brings it onto this interface, which, to be fair, you got all these heat maps or all these different maps in with this menu here, but some of them are like automatic, which I think is quite cool. But I don't know what hand sanitizers come under in this. Is it cleanliness, hygiene? It probably is hygiene, but then I don't know where hygiene's bad, you know. So anyway, what's up with you? Illness, difficulty, health is not good. Health low, too cold, bored, thirsty. You've been here a long time. You got an appointment at the pharmacy and you're next in the queue. Hopefully you get in there quick enough, dude, because you could die. So, not ideal at all. But let's go ahead and continue this on once more. Yeah, people are all going for training now, so you don't want to send too many people to go training at once, because that can have a real negative effect on things. And as we can see now, we're short of doctors over here as well, so again, I'm just going to keep hiding people, honestly. It's the best thing to do. I don't really know like what's too much staff or what's too little staff, to be honest, but I'm just bringing more staff in. Again, I'm sort of at the stage where I'm going to have to do more training, especially with doctors here, because if I'm not bringing in good doctors, I need to train them to be good doctors, so it all kind of makes sense. What's up with you? Okay, not really much. You're after your break. And then here we need doctors again. So I hired a few more doctors, but they all seem to have disappeared from here. So, but I mean, this is very much going to become quite an important building as well. I feel this building's quite quiet, quite low-key, you know, quite chill. But it does have a lot of facilities which you only come here for on the occasion. Guest being with the training, the actual staff room, and then this dehumidifier as well. The only reason you'd really come over here is for the pharmacy or the psych sort of thing. But we're doing not too bad, we're doing not too bad all in all. Right, so with this done then, I guess the next plan of action, again, is to continue decorating. I'm always doing that. I did see in the back of my head though, there was a large queue, and I don't know what that is for. Okay, yeah, so it's for the extractor pan, which I'm also going to upgrade, by the way. But let's get another extractor pan room in here. So, extract a pan, extract a pan. Is it the deluxe clinic? I forget all the fancy names. No, it's just Pan's Lab. Why am I being so silly? Right, okay, perfect. So, how big does this room need to be? A 4x4. It's a tiny bit different to what we're usually used to. But a 4x4 can go in there perfectly. And then we can get this underway, which is good. And with that, is that it? That is pretty much it, which is nice. So having a second one of these, again, it's really just about supply and demand and meeting that right now. We also have radiators now, by the way, which is pretty cool. So quite happy about that. But let's go ahead and get a plant over there, though that's not going to like that. A plant there. Let me move that there then. And voila, right, let's have that built as well, so that will get a lot of use. Again, this building's just going to get busier and busier. I can just sort of tell with the way things are gonna go. And I can probably get another room in here as well. Again, I'm not 100% sure what I am. See, that's interesting. The value of the hospital has gone up immensely. It is at a very high price. The thing is as well, though, we also have a lot of money in the bank as well. So if anything does go wrong or we need to buy something that's really expensive, we have the money quite easy. Health Minister visit. Health Minister yada yada has informed us that he'll be visiting the hospital soon. He looks forward to seeing how much money we're making and judging us accordingly. Based on the amount in the bank, I would say quite a bit. If he's impressed with the hospital, he might receive some of the county's healthcare budget as a reward. Not that I need that, but sure. Impress the VIP with a nice hospital. And I could get some kudos as well out of that, which is good. Well done for successfully completing the request. Just happiness, that's good to see. That's what I'm wanting. Right, staff training required. What next? We've just trained, yeah, it's train assistants maybe now. I can't train now, obviously, because I've still got other training going on. Though this should be ending very shortly, yeah, so that's good to see. Right, to be fair, we also need a bathroom in here as well. So I think what I might do is add in another bathroom. I'm not going to add in another staff room because I don't feel I need one for every separate building based on how empty these are. They aren't exactly extremely busy. If they're overcrowded, that's a different story, but they seem quite chill for the time being anyway. So while I was taking a sip of water, we have managed to finally receive our 2 stars, which is good. So we've also got a little bit better technology, which is basically just upgrades to current machines, which is also exciting. So we can now go ahead and upgrade these. I can upgrade this, and then I can also upgrade. I've got another treadmill over here now, as I got another 2 treadmills over here, which can actually be upgraded, which is good. I'm really conscious of the queues, but I think we're doing really well in general. I mean, the GP's office across the mall, there's a queue length of 3. The ward is surprisingly empty still, even though the amount of people we have. For these general diagnosis rooms, only a queue of 2. Queue length of 1 for our cardiology. With regards to the extractor pan, that is a little bit higher at 3, but not by much. We've got no one using the deluxe clinic at all. And then psychiatric again is only at 1, and then pharmacy's at 1, so our queues are really good. Like, they're not that bad at all, you know, they're not up at... I feel if anything's higher than 5, then it starts showing you notifications. That's when I think things are bad, so that's when I start to do something about it. Alright, okay, what we're going to do is... in here we are going to add in toilets, so I think that's the first thing I need to go ahead and do. So we'll go ahead and add in toilets in here. The toilets in the main building are actually extremely busy right now, so I think it is about time that we go ahead and just add in a bit more. To be fair, that toilet's a bit much. Let's put that there. Right, cool, perfect. So with that, then let's go ahead and get some sinks along here. And that's pretty much all we need, to be honest. We maybe get another sink. What, there? Then get in a hand dryer over there, a hand dryer over here. And because of the shape of this room, I can quite easily put some stuff in the middle of the room, which I'll do. So I'll do a radiator, I'll do a small aircon unit. I think that's pretty much all I need for this room. Could get a plant in, yeah, sure. But again, I feel that doesn't look neat, you know? But it'll do the job. Right, so that's the bathroom over here now built. As we can see, this one over here, it's not empty. Of course it's empty when I come use it as an example, but I've seen like 4 or 5 of these toilets being used at the same time, so quite a bit. Okay, so with that dealt with then, we can get, what, 2 more rooms in here, so I'm happy to build that now, to be honest. But again, the supply and demand is doing surprisingly well, so let's focus on some training then. Let's go ahead and do this training now for our... What are we going to go for? Probably stamina. I feel it should just be customer service 3, to be honest. Trainers available. Oh, we need to bring them in, but that's fine. And then we can add these 2 people in, which we will do. So let's start that training, which is good. Also need to do some more staff promotions right now to go ahead and meet some of my challenges. So let's promote you. Train 10 staff. That one is working on. Staff morale. That's one where we just need lots of, I guess we just need to have overstaff so staff can get breaks and also increase people's salaries. That is probably the best bet. So I think we do need a few more assistants now though, so we can hire in a few more assistants just because all of a sudden quite a few of our desks are not manned, which is not good. Not that again you only really need the one desk in action, but it just spreads the queues. It is crazy the amount of people that are, you know, coming past the hospital and actually using it, you know? Anyway, back to this. Let's accept that. Get a level 4 toilet. It's currently level 3. That should be quite easy. And then special report. That was to do with... I do remember something about... like epidemic sort of thing, which I sort of skipped through. I think that's the results from that, so... But it is what it is, and then we still got 2 staff training outstanding, which is fine. I mean, the room's in use now. I think we're making regular use of the room, which is good, so I'm happy at least anyway for now. Right, more janitors too, because I see quite a few ghosts right now, which isn't good. And again, now we're working across 3 different buildings as well. It is quite a bit now. It's much larger than we originally started. I'm really surprised I've not had to build a new ward, you know that? Because in my other hospitals I feel we've had like so many people in beds before. It's crazy. Whereas, I mean, this is just the one ward we built because we thought, oh well, you know, issue a whole building just as a ward, but we've not even had to do that, you know? What I am going to do though is I'm going to go ahead and basically get these next 2 plots ready for building. Probably won't use the buildings yet themselves, and they're both quite large by the shapes of them, but I don't think I'll use them just yet. I'm going to finish off with this building first, and then I'll go ahead and move on. Right, okay, so while we are just waiting on stuff happening, I guess, I do need to add in some food items over here, that is for sure. So let's go ahead and add in some vending machines, which is perfect. That should make everyone a bit more happy. Then let's go ahead and add in like bins and a few fire extinguishers as well, which I think shall be a good idea. And anything else, probably aircon units. That's something which I think would be super useful out in the hallways here. We do have one right in the middle of the room, which is nice actually. If we rotate you around, and yeah, of course you can't go there. What about if we stick you in over here? Perfect. Again, I don't know why people are complaining about being too cold. I don't know if that's because of all this aircon, or I really just don't know, to be honest, why it is. The thing is, we've got radiators. Alright, okay, so they're just counteracting each other now. So what do I want? Do I want radiators or do I want aircon? Because, I mean, some aircons can give off warm heat. They're more just like ventilation systems. So, Yeah, again, I'm kind of unsure there, to be honest. Anyway, what I am going to do is I'm going to put in some leaflet stands as well. That's about as much detail as this place is going to get, to be honest. And again, staff morale's gone down, so it's a weird one to judge. In general, though, it has been more cold complaints than warm complaints, but I don't know. Anyway, the newsstand is pretty busy there, though I can't really do too much about that, to be honest. We do have 2 newsstands, but again, no one's there right now, so... again, we've got a few assistant shortages currently because of the training, but I mean, that is just been completed actually, which is wonderful. So they're off, so I can go ahead and launch some more training. We also have some promotions, which is good as well, so promote you. And promote you. Hopefully this is helping maybe the staff morale. Yep, it has. We're up to 68% again, so that's an odd one. Right, so what are we thinking here? Let's train these doctors up here, and we need... quite a few can do it. How many people do you want to put onto this? Again, I'm just going to put on like the 3-star... people. I mean, this isn't actually specifically doctors, it's quite a lot of people across the hospital can do this. But it's nice to see, you know, we've really got a good team here, a really strong team. I don't want to pull too many people out, I can't pull 9 people out of work. Arguably, yes, they are across multiple different areas, but I can't have this many people just disappearing, especially this many doctors for that matter. So we've got a large mix in there, and that's 6 people that are going to be training stamina. So that's good. Again, I can't do 2 big classes. I would like to do like 12 people at once, but I would just bring the hospital to a halt, you know, which just is not realistic at all. You're saying you're too cold, so I might... that's the thing, it's sort of a nice decoration, but I'm guessing it's really doing nothing. Nothing good at all, so... we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Right, with that said though, we are, I guess, just working towards this, you know, 3 stars. It's going to be difficult though. Promote and train. Promotion is one that I just have to wait upon, that's a time one. Train staff, that'll be done shortly. Staff morale is going to be difficult. I can work on the toilet one though. I can definitely do that. So, what can we do here? Let's select this toilet because I feel it's got the most room. So you're level 3, so let's go ahead and see what else we can add in here. Hand sanitizer, possibly. Do a drinking fountain. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of this toilet itself actually, so let's sell you. I just need a bit more room all of a sudden. Let's get a bin in here as well, just so... I mean, I don't know if that'll help, but sure, it looks fancy. I feel it's stuff we need right now which isn't really, you know, like hospital... or not bathroom related. I feel we need other items, you know? So, we're up now. I can't really tell how well this room's doing because it is a separate interface. It's not really increased much, has it? Room prestige. Room attractiveness. Comfort isn't high. How do I improve comfort in a bath? I mean, it is all of a sudden really busy in here, but how do I improve comfort in a bathroom? I mean, again, I could add a drinking fountain. Does that make it more comfortable for people? I mean, it maybe has actually helped it a bit. Okay, right, if it's that sort of items, then surely we can get something else in here, you know? Let's filter by items we can actually have in here. Hand sanitizer, maybe if that helps. It is going up, it is going up. I'm seeing it over here, it is going up, so... what else? I guess we could use some kudos to maybe buy like Yucca, or I'm just having a look through, you know, what's going to be good, you know? A mountain painting, a beach painting, that's only 75 kudos, so let's go for that. And that's, where can we even get this in? Not many places by the looks of it, which is quite frustrating. That's random, you can actually get them... Oh, can I just do this? I can just do this. I can do it all behind cubicles. Because of course cubicles aren't attached onto the wall. So all of a sudden I've just done this and been able to cheat the system. And there we go, that's level 4. Right, that's all I needed to do. Absolutely perfect. Right, another staff promotion. So we're really doing well all of a sudden towards all of my goals. Staff morale will definitely be the most difficult one though, but I don't know. Is it maybe improving the staff room? Will that maybe make a difference? That would probably, I imagine. Or just, I need to have a lot more staff, I think. This is good though. Lots of good janitors arriving at the company. Doctors, we really need to go up to at least 18 doctors. We can go up to 15 right now, but the other doctors are just, you know, it's not that great, not that great. Need to promote 5 more staff and then it's just down to morale. So we just need to go ahead and, I guess, work on this quickly then. What I am going to do then is I'm going to start off by going into here and actually taking staff who aren't happy right now and making them happy. So everyone's too cold as well, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove a lot of the AC units, and then I will, if it's too hot, then what I will do is I'll put them back in. But I think I need to go ahead and maybe add in some heaters throughout the hospital, because it seems to be a lot of people have that complaint. Not a lot will necessarily show the icon, but if I click on lots of staff, a lot of them will end up saying too cold, I have a feeling. What we are going to do though, you're not happy with your pay, so we're going to go ahead and make you happy with your pay. So let's go ahead and do that. That's me sort of bribing staff morale, but I don't know if that's necessarily going to help or not. What we'll do is we'll just do slight increases here. Again, it's also to do with staff's breaks. It's also to do with, you know, quite a number of different variables, to be honest. But if we can help out in any way we can, then this will surely help out, you know, in our long-term goals. Right, so we've gone ahead and improved quite a few salaries. And let's continue on doing this, just for a few more staff anyway. Not going to go through the whole list at this current stage, but we'll do a few anyway. Right, okay, that's perfect, that's enough for now. So we're up to 70. So we are getting closer, I think that has made a difference. But again, I think too cold is an issue, so let's go ahead and start selling some of these. Now again, things might change, who knows, but let's get rid of a few of these anyway and see what happens. Right, let's go into items, let's go into radiator, and let's get some radiators on the go. So that room's now relatively warm, that room's now relatively warm, this room can be relatively warm. I guess we'll put a radiator over here, so everyone will be warm in there. And we're back round to the good old awards, woohoo! Alright, let's see what we've got this time. We've got, that is good. We managed to get Rising Star back and Best Teaching Hospital. So we're up to 6 awards. Best award ceremony we've ever had. So that is really good to see. Making lots of progress all round. Okay, more training. Definitely need more training on the go. And let's go ahead and quickly deal. So many staff promotions all of a sudden, but it is going to help in the long run. And it's just something we need to do. Yes, sure, we'll deal with that. Train now. Who can give this training? We're going for diagnostics, I think is the best bet. Yep, and then training available. Yep, we can get a trainer in. And we can get a few different people on this. We'll bring across, like, we'll just train, oh, we'll train yous all. That's fine. So let's start the training with all of yous. So that's taking 4 people away from their jobs. As we can see, this clown is very, very cold right now, which again isn't good. What I am going to do though is I am going to slowly now start to, again, just remove more and more AC units anywhere I go. Like so, which is fine. And then, it's weird, I'm all of a sudden trying to pick stuff out, which I'm like, can't remember where I placed it. We'll start off with this building and see. Staff morale is actually just about there, which is beautiful. So let me go ahead and remove that. Let's go ahead and get items. If it's just solved by heat, honestly, then that makes a big change. It's weird though, it can't go there. I'll go there, and that does the job in that room. In this room, we can do that. Perfect. Bathrooms I don't really care about as much, but we can stick that in there. Right, I think things are much better. In general, the corridor I'm going to leave. I think that should be a cool area. And then coming back over here, let's go ahead and start changing things up, I guess. I mean, we can have both beside each other. That does work, but it does also sort of defeat the purpose. It's strange. Let's maybe, I don't know, I'm just gonna place a few down, you know? If there's a big effect and it makes these corridors, like, wonderful along in here, then we will make changes all around. What are we gonna do here? I'm just gonna stick one like there. And maybe one there as well. So that's making all that warm, so that's gonna make a difference, and that's perfect. And we're also at 75% now. So all we need to do is promote 2 more staff. Which that, ladies and gentlemen, is just a waiting game. What I am going to do very quickly is we're just going to go and speed this game up. And I think I'm going to go ahead. I don't know what else we need. It's strange. I'm just looking at all the queue lines quickly here. What else do we need? Maybe a pharmacy? Nope. More psych. That's at 3. But I think we're okay there. We're okay there, and the deluxe clinic I like so rarely I'm seeing used. It's crazy how little I actually see it. Again, another doctor, another decent doctor will take you on. How are we doing on profit and loss? Making quite a bit, 40,000, that's really good. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to promote these final 2 staff. And that concludes, that should be all 3 stars. And so that is us completed this, and we've also got some more upgrades, which is nice as well. So that is the first 3 quote-unquote tutorial hospitals over from 2 Point County. We now move on up here, which is exciting, and a university complex. But ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is this series is going to go on a break. I quite often do this with many of my series on my channel. I give them sort of breaks. So what I will do is I will return with this series. I'm not really at all sure when, probably in about 2-3 weeks time, where we'll go ahead and start on the next 3 hospitals and really go from there. I'm quite excited what the future holds for this game. It's got a lot of content upcoming, and there's still a lot more that I do need to discover, but it is really good fun. It is just very repetitive, that's the only downfall. But once a lot more usability tools like copy and paste are mandatory part of the game, all of a sudden, I'll be able to just bypass a lot of the boring stuff. But that will, I guess, hopefully be sorted for when this series returns. So, hope you have enjoyed this video, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave it a like, rating, subscribe if you are new around here. Go down into that comment section, go ahead and leave me some feedback. Go ahead and check out my Twitter, follow me on Twitter, go ahead and support me on Patreon if you can, and that is all, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Bigfoot, and I'm out.